Thank you for staying. On now to our first story. And the ranking member on Parliament's Health Committee, Kwabena Minta Kando, wants ambulance personnel whose actions allegedly led to the death of the mother of a newborn, Augustina Awatwe, interdicted. Doctors at the Holy Child Catholic Hospital in Fijai in the Western region had referred Augustina to the Kolebu Teaching Hospital after she developed complications following a cesarean section. However, her husband, John Obriyabwa, said her journey to the hospital didn't materialize because the ambulance driver transporting his wife was delayed because he couldn't afford the 600 Ghana cedis demanded for the purchase of fuel. Let's listen to her husband's story.
Then they will do the surgery on Tuesday. Fine. I prepared everything. We went on Monday, provided everything, and the surgery carried on that particular Tuesday. Meanwhile, she had already called a sister, Doris, to come down to assist. So that is, I left the place. I came home. I was there around 3:30 that way that I got a call from the sister that the people were saying that my wife's condition was critical. Hence, she was being taken to Kolebu. Now, a few minutes later, I also had a call from the national ambulance. It was an unknown number. When the call came, I replied, I said, okay, they have almost reached Impensing. They were doing coming. So that I should meet them. I should meet them at Shama Junction. So I joined the van. On the way, we reached to Asokwe Saman. It was there that man behind me, that man who was sitting behind me, not the driver. The driver was Adade. So I will mention him. The driver was Adade, according to say. Then I asked, oh, there wasn't any fuel in the van. So I should give them 600. So when you call, what was in the diagnosis? So I'm a teacher, a senior teacher who has taught for 21 years. You will let carry one. If you carry one, when I get to a car, I'm a stomach, I'll be able to mobilize something. The man said no. So that confrontation went on for some time. There were some women who were there. I even left from the car, the front. They down there, they took 50 cedis without of buying fuel. I thought they would buy the fuel, then the journey continued. The border fear, I didn't know, maybe whether there was any communication. I was just a free-born citizen on that day. They thought I was dead. I didn't show my dignity as a senior man. So the border fuel, they said, okay, we are driving back to Fijai Hospital. Madam, we were traveling back to Fijai Hospital. So we drove back to Fijai Hospital, where my wife's surgery was done. There was a bone of contention between the hospital. Meanwhile, my wife was in the ambulance. My wife was in the ambulance. Yeah, it was after 5 against 6. Remember, when they came to me, when they asked me to meet them at that place, it was almost 4 o'clock. So we stood at Asoku Esaman for some time, turned back to Fijai Hospital, where their body was laid down.
Well, after hearing his story, minority members on Parliament's Health Committee want the ambulance personnel interdicted pending investigations. They also want the health sector to correct such anomalies. Minta Kando is ranking member.
We would never leave this matter to rest. We will pursue this matter to its logical conclusion. So far, we have listened to the family, we have listened to the facility that did the referral, and there are more questions than answers that have been provided so far. And so, for me, even at this hour, if the ambulance drivers and the crew could be interdicted pending investigation, that will not be bad at all. That will not be bad. If there could be some kind of action before the investigation commences, so that after the investigation, if there is unrated, they can go back to, they can resume their duties, that will not be bad. So I believe strongly that some action must be taken, and if the health minister, the minister responsible for health, is listening, and for him not until you prompt him, he will never act. So if he's listening, I think this is the time to act before even Parliament comes in those people should be on interdiction. If we finish, I mean, we will all die one day, and death is inevitable. If at the end of the investigation it was not to be avoided, then if they are exonerated, they can go back to their